Hello, this is Earth Angels Sanctuary Learning Center, and I am your host, Erin. And we're about to go for our first lesson plan of the year for 2015. But before I go over our classroom lesson, I want to thank you to all the followers out there who followed us through the year 2014 and even before that. And if you're new to us for the year of 2015, I hope you enjoy your journey while you're with us. Remember that you can always access me at www.earthangelsnetwork.net. You can always leave me a personal email as well at earthangelslv@gmail.com. And we look forward to you checking out our episode. This is a very exciting year for the year of 2015. We brought one of the biggest lessons and techniques that you need to learn that will carry you very far in this lifetime. So as we go ahead, let's go forward into our lesson plan for January. So for the month of January, our episode was raising your vibration. So this is one of the most important key things that you need to learn, as I just said in the previous slide, but this will carry through into adulthood, and if you learn how to use these tools and resources, you can get very far with not only your attitude but also your vibration. Our guest speakers was a friend of mine, Vanessa Sandoval, and myself. We will not be interviewing them since recently, last year, they did their own class. So if you would like to check out Vanessa Sandoval's interview, she is a Reiki master and crystal master. You can go check out the episode of Rocking the Universe with Crystals. If you'd like to check out my interview, you can go ahead and browse through face reading or Your Life is Written All Over Your Face episode as well. So as we carry on, we're going to talk about what is raising your vibration. What does vibration mean? And how to raise your vibration. We're going to talk about why it's important to do that, when to do it, and where, like as public versus private. And then we're going to wrap up, give you a few more key hints, and then we're going to close in our conclusion and introduce the following month's techniques. So let's go ahead. So what is raising your vibration? So how is vibration used in the title of today's class? I want you to think about that. And what does raising your vibration mean to you? So when we had class that night, a lot of people talked about energy, the sound. There was that metaphor of when you're in your mom and dad's car, you can feel the speaker and the vibration coming off the speaker in their car when their radio is playing. Or even if you're sitting on a speaker, like at a concert, you can feel the sound coming out and the song. But technically, vibration is the pattern of your thoughts, attitudes, and actions. So if we think about it going back into a song or a sound coming out of a speaker, it's those thoughts, those attitudes, and those actions create these ripples, these vibrations moving out of the speaker. There's a lot of research on that, and actually I saw a video just recently of a lady tuning into different emotions, whether it's anger, love, and hate, and the speaker would vibrate to that particular pond of water that was all around her, and they were all labeled different emotions, and she could make if she thought about each emotion, she could make one of those speakers vibrate to the sound. So it was really interesting. So how can you raise your vibration? Well, these are simple and easy techniques that cause great change. So here are the few ones that we're going to talk about on the left side. They're private and they can be done by yourself. You can meditate. You can bring crystals with you. Learn how to practice kindness or gratitude. Take deep breaths. Enjoy nature, whether that's going outside, taking a walk, or just touching the plants and the trees. You can find something of beauty and appreciate it. For instance, if you find I have hummingbirds that come out every morning. So I always enjoy watching them go eat out of the nectar, and that makes my day. Something as simple as that. You can do repetitive affirmations such as, I am beautiful, or I am confident, I am successful. Anything that you want to do. My children and I, we put affirmations, we take an expo marker and we write on our mirrors. And so we write things that we want to not only envision, but affirmations that we want to do for ourselves. Chi energies such as Reiki, yoga, Tai Chi, or martial arts. Prana energies, which is another form, basically the same word of chi energies. There's mudras, which are hand positions. If you want to look those up online, there are ways that you hold your hand in a meditative state that brings in tranquility or deepness. There's energy water, or what we learned in Reiki, Reiki water. You can also do ho'oponopono, which is forgiveness, is a Hawaiian method of forgiveness. Another thing you can do, there's the other side, which is in public or with other people. You can listen to your favorite music or song. You can dance, hug someone, stop complaining or gossiping, laugh, play with animals, try something new. If you like to do skydiving or try out for a play because you have fear of public speaking, or go for a part in the band that you always wanted to do, an instrument that you always wanted to play. Try something different that increases those chemicals in your body that has been a while since they've been released. Release those endorphins. And you can exercise, jump up and down, or move your body. These are great ways to raise your techniques, and there are millions of other ways that you can raise your techniques, but these are just a few. So give it a try. So why is it important to learn how to raise your vibration? Well, there's been a lot of research about this. So basically, happiness is a choice. So happiness produces better health. It boosts your immune system. It lowers the stress-related hormones in your body. You can access higher realms and beings. So we talked about if you have the minimum vibration of 500, that is the left frequency, then you can access the higher realms, because joy is 700 hertz and bliss is 1000 hertz. So in the last class in December, we basically talked about that. I played the love frequency, which is 528 hertz. So if you can hit that or others, you can work in those higher realms, because those are higher to pure love. It also reduces the heart risks. It increases your longevity, your length of survival. It has strong and longer relationships, and it basically just does your overall well-being. So not only are there many physical benefits of raising your vibration, there are also chemical, and also the way that we feel inside, emotional. So your vibration creates your reality. And if you want to change what you experience, then you need to change your vibration. So that all goes back to the law of attraction. Like attracts like. So if you're in a vibrational state of low and depression, you're going to, attract those experiences to you. If you're in a vibrational state of love, you're always going to attract experiences of love and happiness to you. So basically, we have all heard attitude reflects everything. So basically, that's what it is. If you can keep your attitude in a high vibration, you are always going to attract those things that keep your vibration high. And the same thing about having lower vibrations, such as anger, hatred, fear, stuff like that. So when is the best time to raise your vibration? Well, basically, one way to do it is if you're not sure where you're vibrating. So basically, just check within. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say, how do I feel right now? And you just observe it. And if you don't like how it feels, and if it doesn't feel right, then you need to change it. So basically, perception starts with awareness. So as more as you're in tune with your body, then you can always know where you are vibrating. But basically, when is the best time? Anytime. It only takes a few seconds. Even if you're in public, or whether you're in private, or where you wake up in the morning, which is the picture at the top, or when you go to bed at night, any time is a good time to check your vibration. And when another good time, I put a lot of few things here, is like when you have moments that you feel low, sad, or unhappy. Even after you have a stressful event or a day, let's say something happened at school, didn't feel great, maybe it's something with your friends, or you saw a situation, or maybe there was a part to play or something that you wanted and it just didn't happen. Go ahead and check in. Again, going back to these pictures, after you rise for the day, a lot of people like to do it very first thing in the morning. They check in, and then their vibration is feeling good, or if it's not, they go ahead and do routine things. And even if it isn't a good vibration, they go ahead and do a routine anyway to keep that maintained and high. And really, you can just do it whenever you feel like it. There is no right or wrong. So where can we practice raising your vibration? Can we do it in public or in private? Actually, you can do it anywhere. We are going to give you some techniques that are very simple, very practical, that you can do at home by yourself or when you need privacy. And then there are others where you can do a ritual with people or out in the open, and they would never know that that's what you're practicing. So as we see here, you can always do it in your bedroom. That's always your sacred space. You can even have techniques that we're going to show you that you can do at school that nobody would ever know, or you can go into the stall in the bathroom if you just need a place to do it really quick. You can do it in your car, or you can do it in any sacred space like your church. Anything that's sacred to you, you can always practice it there. So tips. Remember, raising your vibration is a learning curve. Don't give up. Practice it over and over again. We get into this thing where we go through life every day and we forget that the most simplest, easy techniques can do a lot for our lives. So take some time out for yourself and love yourself. Give it the care that it needs. It needs happiness. It creates those wonderful health benefits that we just went over. Incorporate the senses that feel good to you, like touch, taste, smell, hearing, or sight. For instance, if you really like touch and sight, then take out a journal. Write down new thoughts, the ones that you would like to create, not the ones that you're currently creating at this current level of mindset. If you like to hear, touch, and sight, then try singing and dancing with your friends. And the more that you incorporate more senses, I realize that raising your vibration, it goes faster. So when you're dancing and singing and laughing with your friends, your vibration can go like that in a matter of seconds. Whereas maybe some of them, if you just do one thing, it requires more time because you need to hone in on those skills. So remember, what might not work now might not work a year from now. So like exercising, you need to change it up once your body becomes used to the routine. You can always revisit it again in the future if you really, really like that technique. So that's our raising your vibration. I am going to be doing a more in-depth webinar study, our webinar class this year, so please check it out online at our www.earthangelsnetwork.net, where you can register for this class, and we'll go over each of the senses more in depth like we did that evening. So for next month, I have Ambulance for Earth Angels. It's EFT for children and how they can use it to pragmatically in their everyday lives. Dr. Z approaches adults by teaching the science of how EFT works, calming the amygdala, lowering cortisol, synchronizing brain waves, and inducing alpha brain waves, rewiring the brain, and etc. However, these ways children can use EFT to lower stress in a form of that is overwhelmed, as well as find peace and solutions to the regular life stresses that come up. And as a tool for expansion, stretching the borders of what we are conditioned to believe is possible. So our guest speaker is my friend Dr. Lynn Zimmerman, who is the author of Heal Yourself. So we hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you'd like to learn more about it, go ahead and Google about vibration and different ways that you can raise it. And again, thank you for stopping by and checking out our episode for the month of January. I will see you in February. Good night.